Huh? Seems like we were just sent a strange book. It does have a really nice cover, though. Oh, Paimon's really curious. Let's read it and see what it's about.
Once, there was...
Paimon just woke up and then we were here. Oh, Paimon's head is all dizzy. The scenery here looks different, too. Oh, what should we do, Traveler? Please don't tell Paimon someone abducted us and brought us to some strange place that we could never leave. You're right. Better to think of this as the beginning of a new adventure. Thank goodness you're still here. If Paimon woke up alone, she probably would be trembling in a tree hollow. Let's follow this path for now. We might be able to meet someone and figure out what this place is all about. Road looked weird to you. It almost looked like they were made of paper. And those two frogs over there? Yeah, they look like pieces of origami.
Oh, by the shade of a lotus leaf stream, don't tell me you forgot how to jump!
I didn't forget, Firecracker. I'm just not sure if what I remember is correct.
Next thing you know, you'll have forgotten how to sing, much less notate a score. You still remember why we call you Stream, don't you?
Yeah, because I've got a great singing voice. Although these days, name seems more ironic than anything.
not just a great voice, one that evokes the gentleness of early morning dewdrops flowing into a spring. So cheer up and make the jump over. If you're still unsure, just use that roll of magic thread. I won't laugh, I promise. Now, don't tell me you've forgotten how to use that as well.
I haven't forgotten everything, Firecracker. Your name, for instance. It's kind of hard to forget that you're named after your fiery temper. Now do me a favor and pipe down for a second. I'll be right over.
You saw that too, right? Paimon's not seeing things, is she? This place is getting more confusing by the second. Anyway, why don't we go after those two frogs?
Is this an answer from this world?
Guess we're not catching up to those frogs. They were so fast. Paimon couldn't even tell where they hopped off to in the end.
Excuse me, honored travelers. Did you come from the Cliff of Prophecy, perchance?
The chubby paper hamster just talked.
Chubby? Who are you calling chubby? I've just got a slightly thicker layer of paper on me, that's all. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Almond, and I'm an elder of the Forest of Blessings. I've been waiting here for the hero of prophecy to arrive.
Traveler, could you pinch Paimon just to make sure she's not still dreaming?
Pinching, you say? Well, I can help with that. Although you'll have to get a little closer. My arms are rather short.
That's all right. We just need a minute to collect ourselves. Okay, let's think things through. We know for sure this isn't the world we're familiar with. The talking paper animals and all the paper trees and plants make that pretty clear.
The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to the world. That is what the prophecy says. Dearie me, I completely forgot to introduce you to this world, didn't I? And here I am, getting all excited by the arrival of the hero. You'll have to excuse me. This old brain isn't what it once was, all shell and no nut. Oh well, perhaps my once glossy paper has faded past the point of no return.
It's okay, really. You can just tell us all about this world now.
Let me think. Where should I even begin? Pretty much forgotten everything that happened in the past. Right. I believe the story circulating along the pulp of this forest goes as follows. A long, long time ago, 3 goddesses created this world and named it Simulanka. The goddess of creation, who presides over matter and magic, created the mountains and rivers and gave us life. Her powers also paved the way for Simulanka to exist in numerous worlds. After the goddess of creation came the goddess of prophecy, with dominion over the stars and the course of fate itself. She induced the sky to spin and the earth to move. Even to this day, her statue still stands tall at the highest point of Constellation Metropole. The final goddess was the goddess of fate, she who reigns over all treasured tales and dearest wishes. She bestowed upon us the fierce and everlasting feelings of love and hate, and showed us the meaning of death and hope.
Whoa, they all seem super impressive. Sounds like they really did a lot.
Of course, all new residents of Simulanka come to the forest to thank the goddess of creation for founding this world, and travel to Constellation Metropole to witness the divinations of the goddess of prophecy's numerous oracles. After that, they make their way to the end of the world and tell the goddess of fate about their most cherished dreams. Well, at least that's how it used to be.
How it used to be? Did something bad happen? Oh, yeah. That has to do with the hero you're waiting for, right?
Yes, this old brain of mine may have forgotten many things, but I will never forget the day the evil dragon descended upon our forest. It came down from the skies in an ominous black mist and ravaged our homeland. Its gigantic footprints can still be seen in the kingdom of breezes and bells. We're incredibly fortunate that no one was hurt.
Sounds terrifying.
Terror doesn't stop there, I'm afraid. Ever since the attack, the Calligraphy Tavern in the forest has been closed. No one knows why, but it's a catastrophe of the highest order for us, forest dwellers.
A catastrophe of the highest order? All because a tavern closed? If we were talking about Mondstadt here, Paimon might understand, but is it really all that serious?
Good goddess of creation above. We'd take even the greatest flood over the closure of the tavern. Wet paper will dry out with time. Fallen trees can be restored. But the Calligraphy Tavern is the only source of the magic tonic that sustains all creatures in the forest.
Magic what?
Magic tonic. It was gifted to the forest by the goddess of creation herself. A special potion that helps us maintain our vitality. Well, our bodies will gradually crumple and become brittle until they eventually disintegrate entirely. Our colors will fade and we'll start to lose our memory until we can't even remember our own names.
But wait, Grandpa Almond, does that mean you've already...
Oh, I'm afraid so. The color has all but completely faded from my paper. To be honest, all I really remember is that I'm supposed to wait here for the hero of prophecy. But I've already forgotten who gave me that order to begin with.
Then we've got to act fast! How can we help?
Oh, brave Pixie. May the goddess of fate reward you and your friend for your kindness. Could it be you're the heroes I've been waiting for all along?
Not sure how we know that. Plus, we can't even remember how we got here, so it's not looking too promising.
Well, this is turning out to be quite the conundrum for old Almond Brain here. The prophecy never mentioned anything like that. For now, why don't you come with me to the Hut of Blessings? Our forest fairy lives there. Maybe she'll know what to do.
Whoa, a forest fairy? Like one that knows magic?
Oh, you betcha. She's prophesized to join the hero.
Well, then she sounds like that meadow over there looks pretty strange.
That's what the Calligraphy Tavern looks like. Now it's lost all of its color. this is the place. If you could just wait a moment, the fairy should be...
Traveler! Paimon! Paimon knows that voice! It's really you! I'm so happy to see you! Sorry. So Nilu is the forest fairy? Well, you certainly look the part. Thank you. To be honest, I'm still getting used to it. It's the weirdest thing. I remember I was reading a book at the Grand Bazaar, and then I guess I must have fallen asleep at some point because, well, then I woke up dressed like this. And in my dream, someone spoke to me. They said, "You are the fairy of the Forest of Blessings. Now go, save the forest with your magic." At first, I thought this whole world was just part of the dream, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to wake up. I couldn't find anyone I knew from the real world either. Sounds similar to what happened with us. We also have no idea how we got here. Anyway, sorry for my reaction back there. I got a bit too excited when I saw you two. It's okay, we totally understand. We were looking for a way out too. At least we know we're not alone.
Oh, blessed be the goddess of fate above. You're already friends with the fairy of the forest.
Grandpa Almond, thank you so much for bringing my friends here. Could you let the others know I'm coming? I'll head over right away.
Of course, leave it to me. Hey-ho, pistachio. Today truly is a blessed day.
Wow, Nilu! Looks like you made short work of getting to know the locals. Well, when I arrived here yesterday, Grandpa Almond told me all about the state of this world. Since they think of me as their forest fairy, I just felt like I had to try to help them. Oh, so you mean like using some kind of forest magic to repair the tavern? Unfortunately, I don't know how to use the magic of this world. I've tried using my vision, but it doesn't seem to work here. If the books stored in this hut are anything to go by, this seems to be the place where the goddess of creation first made the townspeople of this forest. She folded the pages of books into small origami animals, gave them life with her magic, and with time, that's how the Forest of Blessings took shape. Maybe one of the books here could teach us how to use magic. I read them all, but only found one reference to magic. The incantation, abracadabra, means to create what I say. This is a world made up of words, where fantastical powers can be wielded by all. Okay, so basically everyone in this world can use magic? That's nice, but still kind of vague. Yeah, from the other books I read, it seems like this goddess really likes to play fast and loose with the details. So, what should we do now? Didn't you say you were going somewhere, Nilu? Oh, yes. I was going to help some of the other residents of the forest. They've been busy making preparations to reopen the tavern, so I thought I could help out. Got it! Guess we should just focus on what we can do for now. This whole thing is making me pretty nervous, actually. It's like I've been pushed on stage without being taught the choreography. Since I'm already wearing the costume, though, I might as well try to play the part. It's what a professional dancer would do. And who knows? Maybe I'll find my own magic along the way. All I can do is try, right? At least you're optimistic. Thank you. Then let's go.
fairies here, and she brought her companions. Grandpa Almond was right. They do look promising.
Hello there, everyone. I heard you were working on the piping for the calligraphy tavern.
Oh, we wouldn't dream of troubling you with our petty problems, my lady. Don't you worry. We have it all under control.
You sure about that? Because from where Paimon's floating, the piping is looking pretty chaotic.
Yes. We have my careless friend to thank for that. He promised we could leave the pipe connecting...
Hey, I just wanted to inspect each pipe. This is the network the magic tonic has to flow through. I was just trying to be thorough, so
Yeah, and now you've forgotten how to put the thing back together. Have you been eating too many nuts again? 'Cause you are what you eat.
Please don't fight. I know everyone wants the tavern to reopen as soon as possible so that the forest can return to normal. So, why don't you let us help out?
Yeah, we're here anyway, so we might as well be helpful. We just need to reassemble these pipes, right?
Well, if you're offering... Basically, the pipes need to be connected properly to allow the magic tonic to flow through.
attention to detail is key.
Says the guy who messed up the whole thing in the first place.
I'll keep this close. Oh, amazing! You did it!
Now the tonic will flow into everyone's cups without getting stuck, right? Oh, gotta say though, Paimon is starting to get pretty curious about this magic tonic. Could she have a teeny tiny sip? Just a little taste, please? It's not greed, it's curiosity.
Well, if it's really just one sip, I guess that would be fine.
Just be careful. This is one of the last cups left in the entire forest.
Just a sip, promise. Okay, here it goes. What was that? Oh, it's sticking to Paimon's tongue.
Wait, does that mean what the legend says is true? The goddess of fate used ink to compose her stories on paper, and the goddess of creation used her power to bring those tales to life.
No wonder the tavern is so important to the forest.
Maybe the fading disorder occurs when the ink within the body dries up. That would... Oh.
I'm not really sure I can really wrap my head around this conversation, but there's no need to get all worked up on our behalf, my lady. With the pipe installed, I'm sure the tavern will be up and running in no time.
What do you mean, can't wrap your head around it? The fairy is recounting the story of how the goddesses gave us life. In fact, I've seen the goddess of creation with my own eyes.
Really?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way you're old enough to have met her. We're the same age, and I think I would know considering we went to tell our wishes to the goddess of fate together.
Oh, fine. It was my grandfather, all right? He was the one that saw her. He said that one day after he finished work, he saw the goddess of creation grant us life with his own eyes. In her hands, she held the very paper used to form our bodies. She whispered something into the pages, and then suddenly a paper frog was born, ready to leap into the world. Oh, it was spectacular.
Cut the theatrics, will you? You weren't even...
Wait, so that's it? Paimon thought creation magic would have a little bit more pizzazz.
Oh, so in your world, the creation of life is a much showier affair? Huh, I'm learning something new every day.
Well, that's not...
Magic. doesn't have to be spectacular.
That's enough out of you. All your boasting is confusing our kind fairy.
Oh, no, it's all right. I actually think I understand the magic of this world a bit better now. Thank you.
The honor was all ours, milady.
Traveler, Paimon, we should make our way to the next location.
Oh, Stream! Your rhythm is off again! At this rate, it doesn't even matter if the tavern reopens. The band's not even going to get any gigs!
Hello there. I hope we aren't interrupting your rehearsal.
Wait, these are the two frogs we saw.
Ah, the forest fairy is here! For the love of lotus leaves and dewdrop, Stream, you've really got to put in some effort now.
But
Oh, don't pressure yourselves on my account. Are you rehearsing for a show?
Sure are. You see, our group regularly performs for guests at the tavern. We've been out of work for quite some time, with the closure and all. But after hearing of the fairy's arrival yesterday, we figured we needed to get in performance shape right away.
I understand how you feel. Back at the Grand Bazaar, Zubair Theater's always busy with rehearsals too.
The Grand Bazaar?
Yeah, they do. And it's a really big one. You're the conductor of your group, aren't you? You remind me of Mr. Zubair.
Ah, then he must be an ambitious director. One who would do anything to avoid disappointing a single member of the audience. It's just...
Is there anything we can do to...
oh, no, my problems are... It's just... After the tavern closed, I somehow forgot how to sing. I'm always a few beats behind everyone else, and I keep singing out of key.
You were our trump card, our best singer by a mile.
I know, but...
So he is a victim of the fading disorder too?
Don't be sad, Mr. Stream. Whenever I've forgotten important dance steps in the past, my friends at the Grand Bazaar always stick by my side to encourage me. They smile and patiently tell me everything's going to be okay. Then they play the melody for me over and over until the steps finally come back to me. Now it's our turn to help you.
We just need to help you remember how to sing, right? The Traveler's got a great sense of rhythm. We can help keep you in time.
Well, what do you say, Stream? I think it's a great idea. Just focus on the lyrics, and the fairy's friends will help you stay on beat.
Are you sure? This is really asking a lot.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Stream. It'll all be worth it when the tavern reopens and we finally have the chance to hear your marvelous singing voice.
All right, then. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll give it my best shot.
Excellent! Perfectly in time. No good! Your rhythm is off again!
I feel like I'm getting the hang of it again.
Goddesses above, this better stick when it comes to the
Thank you, everyone.
Glad to hear that you're feeling better, Mr. Stream. We've got one final stop. Let's go.
I'll keep this close. Is this an answer from this world?
dear Citrus, please tell me you're joking. We can't have you out of commission with the tavern about to reopen.
I'm sorry, Grandpa Almond. It's the truth. I was just too excited for the reopening and must have fallen asleep in an awkward position.
Grandpa Almond, we're here to help.
Oh, hazelnuts on high. You could not have come at a better time. Please allow me to introduce you. This is the bartender of the Calligraphy Tavern, Miss Citrus. Miss Citrus is supposed to add all kinds of delicious fruits to the magic tonic. Her additions are what turn it into the finest brew in the land. She's indispensable to the operation of the tavern.
I appreciate the kind words, Grandpa Almond, but... my neck.
Are you all right?
Terrible timing. Getting a kink in my neck at a time like this? Could you give my tail a little twist? That should help free up the movement in my neck.
The neck and...
Of course they're connected. Just like how you can't have a rainbow without rain. Anyway. This doesn't seem quite right. This doesn't seem quite right. Perfect! My neck feels much better.
So there really is some kind of connection.
Thank you so much, everyone. I can rest easy.
That's another problem solved!
I'll keep this close.
Quake!
Well, since we've taken care of most of the tasks, all we need to do now is reopen the tavern.
But we still don't know how to use the magic of this world. We don't even...
Oh, what about the method that one hamster mentioned? You should try it, Nilu.
You mean the creation magic his grandfather saw outside the Hut of Blessings? I wonder... How exactly did the goddess of creation give them life?
Maybe you don't need to understand it. Just give it a try. Everyone here calls you the Forest Fairy. Maybe you have the magic powers already and you just don't know it.
In other words, this forest is a stage. And all I need to do is... step out into the spotlight? Sounds just like a...
Well, we are surrounded by talking origami animals and magic potions after all. Almost seems like anything's possible in this place.
You're right, Paimon. We won't know anything unless we try. This is how you do it, right? I think I got the folds right.
Whoa, your origami skills are great!
I once saw one of our prop people making something similar. It looked really cool, so I took some time during my break to learn the basics. It's not a bad way to stave off sleepiness either.
Well, how do you feel?
No.
No?
Magic words? But how am I supposed to know what the goddess said to bring them to life?
Oh, good point! You're the forest fairy, Nilu! What do you want to say to the new
I bestow upon you the blessings of the forest and offer you a home in this land. Your name shall be Harisara. May you bloom in this world as beautifully as the flower I love.
My name is Harisara.
Well, peel my shell and call me a nut. I never imagined I'd witness such a miracle at my age. It's just like what the stories said about the goddess of creation.
Shell?
Nice to meet you, Harisara. I'm Nilu, the fairy of this forest. From this day forward, this place is now your home.
Hello, Fairy Nilu.
I hope you'll grow up happily in this forest.
Grow up.
Oh, you can leave the little one with old Almond for now. Oh, this sure brings back memories. It's been such a long time since... Here, Padisara. Come to Grandpa Almond.
Well, now that Nilu has mastered the goddess's...
Grandpa Almond, could you send a few people to check the underground...
Oh, of course.
The moment I used magic, I sensed something...
Of course.
Make sure you listen to Grandpa Almond, Padisara. Don't go running off on your own.
Padisara. Listen. Running.
Hey, come back here, you!
Yep, that's Nilu's creation, all right. She's got so much energy. Anyway, how did you...
Well, all I did was say my wishes for her out loud. Maybe the magic is in the words themselves, just like the book said.
This place is seeming more like a fairy tale, but...
I mean, or somewhere called the Forest of Blessings, so it kind of makes sense.
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks this magic suits you perfectly, Nilu.
When I brought Harisara to life just now, I was able to sense the magic flowing through the forest, and the flowers and trees, and inside the creatures that live here. But for some reason, there's a hollowed-out space beneath the tavern where I couldn't sense anything at all.
We're back, my lady.
That was
You were right. There was something under the tavern that I've never seen before. It looked transparent and gave off a clinking.
Transparent and...
already?
You've got to use fairy tale logic, Paimon. That's right. An empty ink bottle, to be exact.
Yeah, it was...
Traveler, Paimon, will you come gather some ingredients?
Sure thing! What do we...
A setting sun that never sets, a dragon that cannot fly, and a moon that only...
where are we supposed to find what? How did you get that so fast? Logic.
Propagate! There is no escape!
All my strength!
Illusion shattered!
Be still.
That should be everything, right? What should we do now?
Let's go back to the Hut of Blessings. Give me just a second. I'm gonna...
Paimon doesn't get it. All the ingredients are super tasty, but somehow the final product turns it... Well, anyway, Paimon's not going in.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's see. According to the book, first you do this, then this, and then... It's done!
Wow, that...
Yes, this is it. This is exactly the magic tonic we need.
Grandpa Almond, could you take the concoction to the room underneath the tavern and place it next to the transparent bottle you found?
Of course.
I still get nervous at times like this. It's just like when you step on stage and you can tell that every single person's gaze is fixed right on you. Thanks, you two. I can't tell you how great it is to have you by my side. Almost makes me feel like I've been blessed by the goddess of fate, too. Let's go. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting. Forest, please heed my words and accept my blessings. May your spring of wondrous magic never run dry. And may all who call you their home lead happy, fulfilling lives. Fairy Nilu is amazing!
Wow, it's so pretty! What a beautiful tavern!
It matches the scenery of the forest perfectly. I was so surprised when it suddenly opened up like that. Just like a pop-up book.
I remember now. I remember everything. It was me. I was the one who went to the top of Constellation Metropole and witnessed the goddess's prophecy. The hero who shall save this world will descend upon the cliff of prophecy. The hero, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world.
So the prophecy really did have all the answers. You just forgot the first half.
That's why I was waiting near the cliff of prophecy. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. There's still some hope left for old Almond after all.
Is the Cliff of Prophecy that place with the huge mural? 'Cause that is where we woke up, but we don't remember anything about how we got there. Also, we didn't get a change of clothes like Nilu. Are we definitely the heroes?
If not you, then who else? You've already helped the fairy revitalize our forest. To us, that makes you heroes, prophesized or not.
All right. Either way, we're going to keep adventuring, even if it's just to figure out how we can get back to our world. we've beaten up plenty of dragons already.
As expected, the words of the...
I'll come with you. It can't hurt to have a magical fairy tag along, right?
Heroes and fairies, dragons and new adventures. This is sounding more and more like a fairy tale by the second.
I would say your next stop should be Constellation Metropole. It's Simulanka's most prosperous city, just across the sea. Once you've arrived at the Astral Garden at the highest point in the city, maybe you can try seeking divine counsel from the Goddess of Prophecy herself.
Are you leaving, Fairy Nilu? I'm afraid so. There are still other people who need my help. I won't go far, so be a good girl, Padisara, and help out Grandpa Almond whenever you can, all right? Mm-hmm. Got it. Padisara will wait here for you.
That's a good girl, Padisara. I almost forgot. If Constellation Metropole is where you're heading, I'll head to the station first thing tomorrow morning and wake up that lazy station master for you. Why don't you take a...
Sounds great!
Oh, sounds like someone's ready to...
Oh, well, if you're offering. Paimon will take a glass of Buell fruit tonic. But hold the tonic.
Fairy Nilu, can you teach... Oh, of course. Okay, what about you, Grandpa?
This old nut...
Come on, Grandpa.
All right.
So, you collect these? All yours, should you have any use for them. Yes. Very nice. Oh, so you collect these?
morning. Well, it's time for our next fairy tale adventure. We should head to the station Grandpa Almond told us about.
All yours, should you have any use for them.
Get up, said Jewel. Time to get to work, you lazy bones.
I can't remember how to call the train. Just let me sleep a little longer, then I'm sure I'll remember.
Don't try to pull one over on me, young man. Your fading disorder has been cured. I saw you chugging cup after cup of magic tonic in the tavern last night.
You must be mistaken, Grandpa Almond. That guy definitely wasn't me.
Oh, you remember my name now, do you? Then it seems like you're all better. You had no idea who I was when you were fading. Now, enough of your nonsense. Get up. The fairy and her friends are going to be here any second.
All right, I'm up. The Maritime Express should be here soon.
That's more like it. Lie there any longer and you'll start gathering dust.
Is everything okay?
The hero, his pixie companion, and the forest fairy. Oh, I didn't know you were already here. Merciful macadamias. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Oh, it's all right. Paimon knows the feeling. Who doesn't want to sleep in first thing in the morning?
Does the Maritime Express run out of Constellation Metropole?
Yes, each train needs a conductor to operate, and the conductors are always from the capital. The more difficult maneuvers are a little too complicated when you're made of paper.
Oh, so you mean the people of Constellation Metropole aren't origami?
Well, the city welcomes visitors from all over the world, so you're bound to run into some forest dwellers there. But yes, generally speaking, the residents of Constellation Metropole look quite different from us. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Here comes the train.
Pleasure to meet you, everyone. My name is Will, and I'll be the conductor for your journey today. I'm assuming you're the ones who called the train?
Whoa, it's a little toy.
Yes, we called the train. The hero and the forest fairy need a ride to Constellation Metropole.
The hero and the forest fairy, the ones from the prophecy. Oh, why didn't you say so earlier? We could have prepared a far more luxurious train. I'll just go back and get a better one.
That's okay, Mr. Wheel. We're trying to get to the city as fast as possible. We just need you to get us across the sea. In your capable hands, I'm sure we'll get there in no time.
Of course, my lady. It would be an honor. Well then, all aboard, sit anywhere you like. We'll get a stunning view of Simulanka no matter where...
Did one of you just say something?
Wasn't me.
Breakfast. Oh, come back.
So
Fish. Chicken drumsticks. Oh, gotcha.
What's Kirara doing here?
No.
is she a friend of yours?
Oh, let Paimon introduce you. This is Kirara.
So noisy. Is it morning already? Oh, morning. Huh? Traveler! Paimon! It's you? Which means... Oh, thank goodness. It was all a dream after all. Oh, got it.
Madam, sleeping overnight in the train...
It wasn't just a dream?
It's all right, Kirara. Apparently we're in a world called Simulanka. We got here yesterday, too.
Simulanka? So, that's what it's called. I spent all day yesterday wandering around this one city. The toy people called it Constellation Metropole. I was trying to find a way to get back home. I was seriously starting to think I had gotten on the bad side of some great yokai and gotten swallowed whole.
I take it you're Inazuman then, Miss Kirara?
She sure is. But, Kirara here is kinda special. Let Paimon introduce you for real this time. Kirara is a Nekomata from Inazuma. She works as a courier for Komanie Express.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nilu, a member of Zubair Theater. You can usually find us performing in Sumeru City's Grand Bazaar. Right now, though, I suppose I should introduce myself as the Fairy of the Forest.
Oh, you're Nilu! I've heard a lot about you from my deliveries in Sumeru. I even saw one of your performances back in the day. You're an amazing dancer. But, did you say you were a...
Oh, yeah, that's her new identity here in Simulanka.
Yeah, I know! It confused the heck out of me yesterday. I just woke up in a set of brand new clothes I'd never seen before.
That must mean you have a big part to play here, too!
Is that a thing? I guess I am wearing a pair of boots, but still.
Did you by any chance hear a voice speaking to you before you got here, Miss Kirara?
A voice... Oh, yeah, I did hear something, but I was so freaked out my tails got all tangled, so I, didn't catch much of what was said.
Sorry for the interruption. But this, Nekomata friend of yours, she doesn't eat hamsters, does she?
Or frogs?
Oh, no need to worry, little guys. I would never do something like that. Well, unless I've been out in the wild too long without anything to eat. Oh, speaking of eating, I am getting a little hungry.
Where are your manners, everyone? This young lady is a trusted friend of our esteemed hero. Now, I know a fear of felines is etched into us with ink, but I'm certain Miss Nekomata in boots here means us no harm.
It sure looks like you're keeping your distance, though, Grandpa Almond.
You will have nothing to fear, I promise. I met some origami animals in Constellation Metropole yesterday, and I even made sure to retract my claws so I didn't hurt them by accident. Plus, you all look just about as tasty as the cardboard boxes I deliver. Not that I'd try to eat you even if you did look tasty. Promise.
Please excuse us, Mom. It's just an unconscious reaction.
Dear passengers, it's almost time for us to depart.
Oh, yeah, that. Whoops. This turned into a pretty long conversation, didn't it? All right, let's get on the train. You coming with us, Kirara?
Mm-hmm. I'll ride with you to the next stop. There's a place near the Metropole that caught my eye yesterday, so I want to go explore it today.
Then all that remains for me to say is, on behalf of the Forest of Blessings, thank you once again for all you've done for us. May the Goddess of Fate be with you and bless your journey, Madam Fairy, Miss Nekomata in boots, and our brave heroes. Please do visit us in the Forest of Blessings again, once peace has returned to this land.
We will. We'll definitely meet again.
Take care, Grandpa Almond.
Have a safe trip!
Wow, a train ride over the sea? What an incredible view!
Please keep your head and arms inside the train at all times. We don't want anyone falling into the sea.
There's a train coming the other way, too! Hey!
And now that the fading disorder is cured, I'm sure the forest will be a lively place again in no time.
I gotta go explore that forest at some point. It looked so pretty from the train. I just hope they, won't be too scared of me.
We'll be arriving at our destination shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Here we are! Constellation Metropole is right over there. It's a short walk from here to the Gear Sky Ladder, which will take you right to Metropole Square. And thank you again for choosing Maritime Express.
Great! And thanks to you for a smooth and pleasant journey, Mr. Wheel.
The train cars were comfortable and spacious, and I had a great night's sleep. I'll definitely be back.
As you wish, ma'am.
Where should we go next? Is that place you wanted to check out nearby?
Mm-hmm.
I want us to come with you.
It's okay. You guys go ahead and visit them. I pretty much explored the... You know what I mean, right? Like when you get a stone stuck in your claw or something. Don't worry. If you run into any trouble, I'll be there faster than you can say gold level curry.
Okay, fair enough. We'll head to...
Mm-hmm.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it. Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Help me! Somebody, please! Help me! Help! Oh, Goddess of Prophecy above, would you kind souls please help us?
What happened?
I mean, being stuck in midair still beats falling to the ground and being smashed. My good friends, could I trouble you to turn the clock?
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
What happened?
I take it this is a gift bestowed upon Constellation Metropole by the Goddess of Prophecy, who rules over the natural course of all things. It helps those who have deviated from their proper path.
Proper path? Do you mean everything that happens in the Metropole has been planned out since the very beginning?
Why are you saying that as if it's a bad thing?
You're not explaining it clearly. Here, allow me. Of course, all the residents of the Metropole have the freedom to live their own lives. For instance, whether I use olive oil or sesame oil in my morning skincare routine is entirely my choice. But whenever something disastrous is about to happen, like when I almost got turned into a pile of rubble just now, the goddess's magic will activate in the world around us.
So, in other words, it's kind of protection magic? To keep people alive?
You could say that.
Well, in any case...
Are you heading to the...
Yep.
Oh, it's just that platform up ahead. The one with...
that thing?
Yep, that's the one. Which is to say, all the tracks are fixed.
This reminds Paimon a lot of fun
You mean, like those music boxes with dancing figures?
Yeah, exactly like that. Anyway, sounds like...
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Whoa, what a bustling city! This place is fit for a king!
Our next step is to get to the top of the Metropole and ask the Goddess of Prophecy for guidance. If there is...
Make way for the king!
Oh, darn, we jinxed it. Oh, no. Did he overhear us talking about us sneaking into his camp?
Silence! The one who shall soon stand before you is the ruler of Constellation Metropole.
the one who descended after a meteor shower, and the protector of
That's a long list of titles.
I bid ye welcome, guests from afar. Long have I heard of your grand deeds, O fairy, who restored the lifeblood of the forest. Oh,
Navia!
Hold your foul tongue! How dare you utter Her Majesty's name?
nice one, partner. Spectacular improvisations. All right. You can relax now. Allow me to make some introductions. This is the Traveler, and his trusty companion, Paimon.
You are personal friends with Her Majesty the King?
All right, the welcome ceremony is over. Everyone back to your station.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, come on, I've already sent them off.
So we were gonna ask you the same thing! Also, how are you already king of this nation? And where did you get a crown? Oh, wait, don't say it. You just woke up like this.
Sounds like you've answered your own question. But before I woke up, I heard a voice say to me, "You are the king of Constellation Metropole. Now go forth and save your city."
A similar thing happened to me.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This is Nilu.
Nice to meet you, Miss Nilu. I'm Navia, the president of Spina di Rosula. If you ever get the chance to go to Fontaine, make sure you come and visit me. I'm based in Poisson.
Seems like you're taking this all in stride.
Why would I be worried about that? We've faced much bigger problems than this before, and we always pull through. Besides, life's always full of surprises. You gotta learn to just...
That sounds like a great outlook on life.
Thanks.
About that, has anything bad happened in the
It sure did. Apparently, for whatever reason, he went for the stars above the city recently. Literally just flew up and started snatching them out of the sky. Luckily, the guards responded quickly and stopped the dragon from taking them back to his lair. I've been out trying to retrieve them, but I only managed to get one of them before you showed up.
Oh, Paimon can explain.
I see. So,
do you know how we can do that?
Well, the goddess's statue is indeed at the top of the castle. However, I've heard from the citizens here that the goddess hasn't given out any new revelations in a very long time.
Really? But Grandpa Almond told us that...
Oh, that's probably because the prophecy about the hero... But recently, people realized that the goddess didn't reveal anything about what's supposed to happen. Still...
Invaders? So...
Right. The forest isn't the only place where strange things have been happening to the residents. Have you come across the gift...
You mean the protection magic that stops them from coming to harm? We saw it in a...
Yep, that's the one. Over the past little while, this magic has been triggering far more frequently. We don't know if it's simply because the metropole has grown a lot more dangerous, or if there's a deeper reason behind it. Some residents find themselves getting stuck in a place and unable to move. Others start repeating the same thing over and over again, like they're trapped in some kind of loop.
If we were to use clockwork toys as an analogy...
That's exactly... Anyway, some of the monsters outside...
But
That's because I already took care of most of them over the past couple...
Okay, so to summarize, not only has the magic here gotten all messed up, but the dragons also knocked some of the stuff... Sounds like they're...
Well, defeating the dragon and the monsters should be...
Supposedly, the goddess has had it all planned out for ages. Wanna go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath...
Huh? But weren't the tracks the gift that she gave to her people in the first place?
That's what the prophecies...
But letting this drag on is...
No. And I think they know that. But they're just too afraid to take that final... Now, we could ignore their objections and go turn the gear ourselves. But... Exactly. I want to get as many people on my side as...
Ooh,
I am the boss of Spina di Rosula, after all. This may be my first time as Traveler, Paimon, with your help, I'm confident we'll be able to find the most frictionless way to resolve the problems plaguing this...
Seriously, like we'd ever say no. We're your friends! No need to ask us so...
I'm happy to help too.
Great. All right, everyone, follow me. I'll show you the way to the goddess statue at the top of the metropole.
reward on the road.
There is no escape!
Solidify! Scatter!
Illusion shattered!
Solidify! Scatter!
Shine down!
Be still.
Whoa! Why is the star on top of a mechanism? Uh-oh! More monsters incoming!
Illusion shattered!
Solidify! Scatter!
Shine down!
Yes. Very nice.
Stabilize! Propagate! Cascade! Solidify! Yeah.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Be still.
Shine down!
Solidify!
Germinate! Illusion shattered!
Be still!
Propagate! Shine down!
Solidify!
There is no escape!
Cascade!
Yes. Very nice.
Be still.
Oh, so you collect these? should you have any use for them.
Feels like they really didn't want to give that to us.
Shine down!
Cascade! Oh, so you collect these?
Huh? What's this?
Wait. This looks like the star I found earlier. Guess we'd better hurry. What happened?
Your Majesty! This conservative radical, he attacked us! He threw the star from the Astral Garden and even stole the magic thread. But just as we were about to arrest him, the goddesses—
No! Nobody touched the celestial gear!
What's in order?
You need to use it to pray to the goddess. Okay, let him go.
But, Your Majesty!
Even if we catch up to...
Understood, Your Majesty. Also, this is the magic thread.
Ah, please give that to the Traveler.
Yes, Your Majesty.
So...
See those oracle pillars over there? Just use the magic thread to connect them.
Oh! Sounds easy.
It worked!
To which course of fate do you seek answers, my child of Simulanka? The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world. Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky.
So, Miss Navia was right.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just have to...
Then first, we have to restore the sky back to... All right. Adding in the one...
In the sky?
Oh, I got us.
Is that a fly?
Hey, you already took a train that runs on water.
Well, at least the maritime is...
Oh, come on. Don't worry about it. This train has been blessed by the goddess of prophecy. Its whole purpose is to... It took me a lot of effort to find it, you know. I don't think anyone's used it in, like...
100 years? Are you sure it's safe? Let's not forget that the goddess of prophecy's magic has been...
Well, it's not like we have any other options. Unless you want to do the honors, Paimon.
No, thank you. It's way too high up. Oh, wait, Nilu, you've got a feel...
I can try.
Okay, fine.
That's the spirit.
I think I'll stay
That makes sense.
Choo-choo! Aerial Express moving out.
Whoa, it really is flying!
What an amazing feeling! I've never been on a flying train before.
Neither have we.
That should do it. On to the next location.
We are so high up. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Oh, hang in there, Paimon. The hard part's nearly over. After that, it's downhill all the way.
Don't say downhill all the way! That is the last thing Paimon wants to hear! We're finally done! Okay, let's get back down while this train is still working!
Great job! It looked like it all went smoothly.
Yeah, and it was an absolute blast, too. You gotta ride with us next time, Miss Nilu.
Huh? I'm okay.
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Get out of my way!
What's going on?
Your Majesty, there!
Let us through!
Stay back!
It's okay. Let them...
Your Majesty, could we please ask you not to...
And why is that?
As you have seen, the goddess's gift is very important to us.
Some of us, we just aren't ready.
I see.
Huh?
I won't turn that gear.
What?
I've said before that the Metropole belongs to the... But let me ask you this.
Well, we'll start by...
And have you made...
Unfortunately.
Hey, you little...
I'm sorry, my friend, but it's...
You have friends and family that have been affected.
Duh.
I understand your concerns. But if we let this drag on for much longer, the situation may well get worse. More and more people will...
Yes, but if we turn...
I know this is a hard decision to make, but...
Huh?
Why do you think she might decide to take back her gift and stop revealing further prophecies about the future?
Are you saying she has a...
No. Quite...
What do you mean?
The goddess dearly loves this world and all the people of Simulanka. And because she loves you so much, she wants you to be able to choose your own path. Every parent hopes their child will have a happy and carefree life. But if they're overprotective, then all they'll manage to do, if a mother bird lets her baby ride on her wings for too long, her child will never learn how to fly. Perhaps the goddess of prophecy has always... Children can only become independent if they're allowed to form their own opinions, make their own decisions, and deal with the consequences on their own. Only then will they be able to continue their journey alone, even after their parents are gone.
But we've relied on the goddess's protection for so long. We don't know what it's like to go it alone. We don't know if we have what it takes.
Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
You made a call in a time of crisis, and you've come all this way to talk to me. Even the guards couldn't stop you. That must have taken a lot of courage.
But we only did it because we were scared.
Why you set out on the journey doesn't matter. What matters is that you've proven you can choose your own path.
My friend, I fear our king is right.
What? But we...
We can't go on living like this. Living in fear. Look at what it's driven you to do. You threw away a star personally created by the goddess of prophecy. You once revered her more than any of us. And I think the king is right.
I don't care anymore. Do what you want.
I'm sorry about my friend. That's just how he is. Always had...
Is it just me, or...
I think so. Not that you'll... Your Majesty?
So, you've...
Yes, I've made up my mind. But maybe losing the gift isn't what this is about anymore.
Well said. I am proud of your decision. Now, gather around, everyone, and join me as we make the night's...
So the stars hanging in the sky, they're music notes.
This entire metropole is a huge music box! That's incredible!
How do you feel?
A little scared and uncertain. But for some reason, I feel a lot more at ease.
It's as if some kind of huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
Figured out any
To be honest, not really. But maybe I can start by having a heart-to-heart with that stubborn friend of mine.
I have an idea. If you...
You mean the people who got stuck because of the goddess's magic?
I mean anyone and everyone who needs your help. By helping others, you'll eventually find your own path. Trust me, I have experience in this.
What kind of experience?
Yes. We'll need a formal organization with a catchy name before we go out and start helping people. Why don't we call it the Spina?
Spina...
Ooh, or even the Wow, big experience.
Spina di Rasula. I like it. It's a great name. Let's do as your majesty suggests.
Well then, how about I appoint you as the head of the Spina in Simulanka? While I'm off fighting the dragon with the other heroes, it'll be your responsibility to work with the guards and take good care of the people in the metropole.
What? You're planning on...
He's right. Your Majesty...
How are you two...
Perhaps your Majesty is unaware of this. The great dragon suddenly broke out from the Titanium mines one day. After that, it spat out a strange fog that surrounded a whole island.
Before your Majesty arrived, we dispatched many soldiers to fight the dragon. But none came back.
Yikes. Isn't that all the more reason for us to go? There could still be guards trapped there, waiting for someone to rescue them.
King Navia is right. We cannot simply stand by and watch as the people of this world suffer.
Very well. Though I have not served by your side for very long, your Majesty. 2 days is enough for me to have learned that once your mind is set, any attempts to change it are futile.
You're a pretty good judge of character.
He probably did...
Since you're serious about this, I won't try and stop you.
Oh, right!
Yes. It was originally built to serve the workers commuting to the Titanium mines. I'll tell the conductor to wait for you at the platform by the side gate to the Metropole, first thing tomorrow morning. You're embarking on an extremely dangerous adventure. Please be careful, your Majesty and friends.
Oh, thank you for your concern. Well...
Yes, your Majesty!
Just call me boss from now on. That's what...
So, the plan for tomorrow is... journey across the ocean, make it to the end of the world, and defeat a dragon. Whew, that's an adventure and a half. Do all storybook heroes have to work this hard?
At least we'll get to see some amazing scenery along the way, right?
Plus, we're pretty well equipped for a classic heroes versus dragons story. We got Miss Nilu as our magic caster.
Paimon can definitely... Anyway, those are tomorrow's problems. Right now, all Paimon wants is to eat a proper meal, because worst case scenario, if Paimon ends up getting eaten by a dragon, she wants to do it on a full stomach. And something about the end of the world doesn't sound like a great place for food options.
Well, the origami animals in the forest only drink magic tonic. What do the toy people here in Consta vegetable oil and...
Stabilize!
Scatter! There is no escape!
All yours, should you have any use for them.
Summertide!
Spring forth! Shine down!
Mind the deluge. Yes. Very nice.
Stabilize!
Propagate!
Illusion shattered!
Be still.
Oh, so you collect these. Yes. Very nice. Oh, so you collect these? Yes. Very nice. A smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea.
This way, Miss Nilu.
Thank you, Miss Navia, but...
Oh, what is it?
Huh? No, it...
Then you'll be... You're never gonna...
Yeah. Big circle and...
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating? Great! Then let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look. Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene. They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration. All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a Marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the Future Marquis's Abode to Be. You like it? The Future Marquis's Abode to Be? Got a nice ring to it. Are you sure you don't want to hear the rest?
What's going on?
Oh, hear me out, all right? I'm sorry for resorting to extreme measures, but I'm trying to help here. Don't worry, the fencing will disappear as soon as I'm done talking.
So are you some sort of fence-spawning yokai?
I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you is a secret room whose purpose, per the legends, is to await the arrival of a certain Marquis. For that reason, it's called the Future Marquis's Abode to Be. Secondly, when you get inside, don't sit on the chair in the center, or bad things will happen. There, that's all. Off you go.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
As golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your intent. Perhaps, perchance, peruse these pages.
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next objective was. Why isn't he reading the files on the desk? Hey, Boberano, maybe quit showing off and try using words he'll actually understand.
I can either rhyme like a bard, or I can curse like a sailor. And right now, Cape, you are seriously tempting me towards the latter.
Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cape, I just realized you said strong as stone, firm as steel. The Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. A thought enters the Outlander's mind. Attack!
The attack now over! Only one final step remains.
Now it... But alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch. Wait, what? They got it out?
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts! And your lights, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
Ah! Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited Fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new...
Him.
Well, there's no 4th person, so which of you is the ventriloquist?
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like...
Whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on, like where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our 3 clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the dragon of old. And unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie.
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander. Noble Traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still.
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there. This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the dragon of old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift. So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definite, and isn't the truth what we've all been...
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived. The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cape.
Wow. A true display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through me.
Here's a thought. Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Technically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging that my clan's history is, in fact, true? Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats. The suit the modern. Now, let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Capet and posed the same question. He replied,
the manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the Gear. Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and so in a few moments, when the great clockwork key—
Hold on. Isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been— To address your other concern,
the Traveler Marquis prepares to insert.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I guess we should start here?
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of— No, wait. That have shaped the— Feast your eyes, rejoice, and
I don't believe it.
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? Oh, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
The party finds no pedestal in...
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself?
You done?
Misinformation.
Ah, shut up, Cap.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberon.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal...
So...
Almost.
Jeez. Well, do you have...
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. But worry not, I had a quick word with the...
Question 1.
The great yokai!
And the trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
If this is the right answer, I swear.
Correct! Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world?
Please try to avoid...
Question 3.
Here! Who can be... There is no way to know.
All correct.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great... Oh, and this is...
Do we really need this one?
Now,
What elaborate...
if anyone's listening,
What? Oh...
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule, it seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regard...
Oberano.
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong and Guji... But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi.
Oh, don't mind, Fox.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3
Cool.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Stone is another man's gem.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They're right.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredible.
Wait, but wasn't Kappe's clan the one that's all about strength?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappe's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy. And
What's empathetic about?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old, so they drank the growth serum. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your...
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard.
Everyone, I have returned. I come with the long...
Well, we weren't told anything about that.
You and Albizzi only wanted to strike up a conversation with the guard. But since greeting you wasn't one of the items included in today's schedule, the relationship quickly soured. If you're just looking for a way in, why not consider taking the path on your left?
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? We'll never find the orc.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys...
Over here! I found it! Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard. I'll go keep watch.
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
This is the last one. The signature. So it's
just as we suspected.
Okay.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, but by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it.
A brief moment of joy is anyone?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but so Paimon was worried too.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue with the problem is all three truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all three bear the signature.
Suddenly, the sound of...
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is one ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
They're outside! After them!
We made it out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran. Just
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka can make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us,
we will never argue again. Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Overthinking it would be...
Could you be any more
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey.
Me too.
And me.
let's leave it there for today then.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
What a beautiful day. The voice in his head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened to me.
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The 3 great clans...
What happened? Oh no.
How did this happen?
You idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or...
Last words?
Ugh, you could have at least...
I'm sorry, Bobarano.
Don't worry, Bobarano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with my sincere condolences. You were travel...
Huh?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second one.
So, Cape's not dead?
His gears, metal frame, and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting it.
No!
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning. Then suddenly, the long-lost dragon of old...
Where?
I didn't see anything.
My mistake. It was just a clap. If only we could turn time backwards and...
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
So it...
Yeah.
The crime scene's too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Where do you...
Well, that clears it up. Cape was walking...
What? So case closed?
We literally replayed the crime scene, like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories.
But didn't you say Cape was struck in the...
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl. As for why he might have... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered, and attention only then would the...
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated
Traveler, something about the crimes. Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Why don't we...
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, we're...
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Hello there. Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute.
There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
You're not from these parts.
Yep, that's right.
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great... To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. And in terms of labor and...
I'm not...
Welcome to Paimon.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe is...
Sounds still, a missing pickaxe.
come here. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming, there's a whole investigation into it.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the... If so, there's...
And if the guard is to be believed,
Let's say one of the...
If it was the pickaxe,
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of but you could probably knock... Let's take this back to the crime scene.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet, Kappa?
Toilet? What about it? Yeah, forget that.
What's this about?
We thought the way Cape fell looked odd, so it could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't...
I just remembered I forgot.
Oh, no, you stay right there.
we should be good now.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I...
So, it was you!
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since so, all I can... Catch me if you can!
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromata in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion. The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath.
Yep.
Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromata in boots was gasping for air. The minion was puffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
A characteristically catty response from the Necromata. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but Wait, I'm wearing...
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that a tall wall? In urgent Neko parcel mode, I'll scale it in no time.
I'm beat. I surrender.
You've got nowhere left to run.
All right.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time. You're overdue. Anyway,
Why are you suddenly...
I poured my heart and soul into all this. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate. I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one. The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kid. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they... But as it turned out, they just... I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers, now that they think they've learned the truth. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside... That's my full confession. Time... Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly. If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, over all these years...
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole...
Whose voice is that?
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be, and by extension, you and your compatriots.
Goddess!
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before, but now you wish to break free from the story. And there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my Necromata.
Just...
Oh, poor detective.
So...
My head's spinning.
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered.
Does he really think we didn't try that?
That was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea.
You... Never mind. I'm part...
You guys are so lazy.
Anyway, you said you heard...
There is a world beyond...
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise...
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real...